YouTube goals. Sorry, you can still see I have swatches on my arm. I'm not dirty, I swear. Hello, 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 my lovely people, and welcome back to Addie's World. My name is Aodain. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. If not, and this is your first time, sit down, relax. Stay till the end of the video. If you like what you see, maybe think about hitting the subscribe button and making sure your bell is on for all upcoming notifications. Okay, people, I have a secret about today, so let's jump on in. Okay, come here, a little bit closer, come here. Okay, today is my birthday. I know, Aodain, you don't look over 21. I'm well past 21 at this stage, but today is a day that I want to kind of start my back to basics. Let's go back to basics, guys. So yeah, I decided from doing my Think Media course that it's time for me to really knuckle down and bring the best content for you guys. So this is what I'm trying to do, and if you're here for it, give me a big thumbs up. If not, that's cool too. I am filming this on the 25th purely because the true crime case that I am doing, which will be released on Thursday, is so I need a full day tomorrow to gather my thoughts and get something together for that, because damn, it's twisted. But guys, if you are new to this channel, which a few of you are, and thank you for finding me, thank you for being here. My name is Aodain. I'm Irish, if you couldn't tell by the accent. But what I'm trying to do here on YouTube is build a career, and the amount of people that have in their videos, oh yes, I want to do this, I want to do that, and everything like this. Realistically, people want to be here to build a career. I do. Not necessarily I want to get YouTube famous. No, I want to be able to sustain my life. And I've been through trials and tribulations over the last 2 years. However, it's brought me to this stage and I'm so happy to be here. So, what we're going to do today, Aodain, you asked? Well, I spent a lot of my years working, and I love makeup. I really, really do. By the way, please excuse, this is psoriasis, not a bad bronzer moment I'm having. But I want to go back to the basics of makeup. So, what are we doing today, you ask? We're going to do a basic smoky eye using 3 colors and 3 brushes. And this palette I'm using is not overly expensive. These brushes I'm using are not overly expensive. So it's going to be for everyone. If you want to learn it, if you want to go back to the basics and learn some of the tricks that I'm trying to learn as well, I am all here for it. So I'm going to zoom you in. Apologies, you do get up close in my personal business. Ireland today is warm but cold. But guys, before I do that, I'll tell you a random story. I was on Instagram, and you know the way I wanted my Starbucks cups, and I was like, you know the way your phone listens to you anyway. This website kept popping up and it was called My Coffee Cup or something. Weird and wonderful. And I was like, I'll order from that. No confirmation email. No nothing. I emailed them a few weeks ago going, did you get it? Is this a scam? And never heard anything. Well, lo and behold, look what arrived in the post this morning. Now the only thing is, I am such a OCD. They bent the straw. But you know, I'm a real YouTuber now. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, are you close enough? Are you close enough? Is it scary? Again, that's really bugging me, but that's not bad contouring or bronzer. It is just psoriasis. So guys, I am going to do a brown smoky eye. Pretty basics. And what palette I am going to use is going to be the COLORPOP Nude Mood. Now, I did have issues with COLORPOP trying to get my Raw Beauty Christie order. It took 3 months to get, and it was ended up in Brazil. But I got this one in a mystery box that I did as well. For the price these are, and not for the price alone, these are such high quality shadows. You do not need to be going out to buy the best of the best. If you can work with what you've got, any 3 colors, as long as it's medium, light and dark ish. because all I'm going to work with is literally this row here. Now that's a beautiful color, that's a shimmer. This row here, it's going to be 3 colors, and you just need enough definition in the 3 colors. Personally, I think, and this is what I learned, and this is what I find works for me. For my 3 brushes, again, not overly expensive. You can pick these up anywhere. More than likely, you already have 3 brushes like this. I am using just a big fluffy blending brush, and I use that kind of to help put down my transition color and to blend out soft edges. Now this one is a Manny MUA one, it's the Lunar Beauty, but again, this I think is only about $6. So, and in Europe side, they do ship to Ireland and Europe, worldwide. So this is quite, I actually love this brush. I really love this brush. The set, again, I think there's like 6 or 7 brushes in it, and it's $35 as well. They're quite reasonable brushes. They really are. So I thought that would be a nice one to start off with. That's a nice cheap one, and it's really worth the price. My second kind of smaller, kind of almost denser fluffy brush is just a Morphe one that I picked up in a set. It's just slightly a bit more condensed. It's not as fluffy as the top. It's kind of almost circular and then comes in at kind of narrow at the top. And then again, this is a Lunar Beauty one, which is a little packer brush. And again, anything like this, I find personally for my eye shape is great for creating a shape. Me personally, I am not great at just blending out, having the perfect all of them blend together. I need almost like a stamp to kind of colour in between the lines. The Nude Mood, any of the ColourPop, any shadow palette will have it, but again, ColourPop are some highly competitive with pigment, price point and performance. Personally, I actually love ColourPop shadows. The Raw Beauty Christie palette is the exact same. Sometimes there can be a bit of fallout, but I mean, there's ways to means to fix that. So, will I stop yapping and start? So I'm going to start off, again, I am just going to go 3 colours down. So the colours in this, which I just stuck my nail in, is Bare to Wear, Mugged Off and Moody. So again, I'm going to start with that Bare to Wear, and I had just picked up little tips and tricks personally from learning to do makeup, from watching tutorials, and I kind of been to a one-on-one consultation. Am I the know-all of this? Hell no. There's probably more professional makeup artists, but I feel like in a day-to-day real life, real women, not doing this as a job, quick, simple, like not putting on makeup as a job, you need something quick, something simple, effective, and looks beautiful. So, let's go. I've primed my eyes. I use Sigma at the Ignite. That's probably the most expensive thing that I've used today on my eyes. So, and again, that's not overly expensive, but I think ELLLLL do a great one. I recommended to my sister, ELLLL do a great eye primer. It's more of a dupe for the MAC one, Painterly Pot. So, if you can find it, you get it. And for my eye, you can see I apparently do not have hooded eyes. And what a hooded eye, to me, I always thought I did because it came down, but there's still a slight band. When I say relax my eyes, there is still a slight band of eye that can be seen, so therefore they're not hooded. That's what I was told. So I'm going to place this quite high up, and I always start little by little, guys. Sorry, I keep looking at the viewfinder, but I just want to make sure I'm in focus. So I start little by little, and even if you don't and you kind of whack on a good bit from the get-go, this brush is brilliant for buffing and blending. And I like to kind of place it down first and then work it, especially the higher up, because I find you can get it onto your brow bone just that little bit easier. And you can take it up kind of as far as down as you want. I like to keep it around here. Again, little tips and tricks are, I know I've said this before in a few videos, but rather than dragging your eye completely out, it's more in the look today is to bring it up to kind of give your face an almost non-surgical facelift. So I like to keep it quite condensed, that I don't drag it out too much. And I'm not gonna lie, another trick is do not do your eye like this. Like that. You need your eyes to be relaxed. You need to be in a natural position that they're always going to be in, because you're not gonna walk around all day like this. Hi, can you see my lovely eyeshadow? Huh? No. Relax it and kind of go where you want to, but follow your natural eye shape as well. I know people go on with different eye shapes and different things, but if you keep your eye quite relaxed, it's a lot easier to see where color will show up as well. What will be the first thing that shows up color wise. And again, I am just buffing and slightly adding a little bit at a time. Now, do you see that laid down? Again, that is going to be my natural eyes for the day. So that's where it's going to be most seen, personally, I feel. Again, I am not a pro makeup artist. This is what I like and what I find has worked for me. So then we're going on to our little Morphe brush, and we're just going to go down to the colour Mugged Off. Again, it's this kind of tanny brown. There is a good bit of kickback off this, but just tap it off, guys. You don't need that impact of colour straight away. I find little by little definitely works. And I'm just going to go slightly lower down. This probably could have picked a better brush for this actually, but I just feel like these are the brushes everyone would have. So I'm just going slightly further down here, really getting into my crease here. And I'm actually just going straight on with the brush. You want to keep the brush straight ahead and windscreen wiper motions, because you want this to actually create a bit of definition to the colour you've already put down. So I don't really do a lot of blending with this one. I just kind of, like, I don't buff, I just kind of swipe it to be there. If that makes sense, probably doesn't, but you can buff up, and I'll show you what I do again as well. I actually do bring it slightly down as well, just to my outer corner, because why not? And again, I say this in a number of videos, but if you're new here, because my eye is not hooded, it's partially hooded from what I gather. Somebody had told me that I can put my kind of darker color slightly further up to my brow bone, maybe slightly above it, into the transition color. Again, it creates a lot more space on the eyelid, but also just gives it a nice definition to come down. So what I'll do then is I don't put any more on the brush. What's there is there, and I'll go slightly further up just to create a bit of definition and a bit of shadow. And that is your two shadows there. Again, if you want to go back up, and I usually go back, just to kind of soften out the edges and even soften. Just be careful, don't bring this brush down further into your kind of middle color, because you don't want it to become muddy. You do kind of want them to be separate. And again, I know I said windscreen wiper, sometimes I'm like little shimmies, but I'm still going in the same direction. And that is that. You could leave it there if you want. Throw on mascara, throw on a liner, you're good to go. But if you did want to continue on, then go in with something like this. Focus. Focus on that, not on me. Yeah, something like this, which is what I said is the LB5, and I go with the darker color. Now there is smaller brushes you probably could use, but again, this is, if you got packs of brushes, there's always going to be something like this in it. And I'm going in with the darkest shade here, and what I'm going to do is, usually the darker the color, the darker the color, the smaller the brush, but I am just barely, see this? Barely tapping that on there. And turn it over because it's on the other side as well. There. And what I said about, this is awkward to do now, with a smaller brush you can do this. I would always like to give myself that little outer V, just the outer V, and pat on, Pat, 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 pat. And again, it's all about the blending. Just keep your middle brush. You don't want any harsh lines of that darker colour kind of creeping in. So I blend it out. And sometimes you'll judge it yourself. If you need to take the darker colour out just a little bit further, that's okay too. But I definitely try not to bring this colour anywhere close to my brow bone. And there you go, guys. That's your 3 colours. Now, if you really, really were feeling extra on a day, finger, first colour. Take an old swipe of her. And gently pack on the rest of the lid. No extra brushes. Even sometimes I cheat, and if I want a bit more diffusion here, I'll use my second brush because it has your middle colour in it as well, so it can soften up the darker colour, the edge closer to the middle of your lid. Just diffuse it a little bit more so it's not harsh. And you have your basic smoky eye done. Bit of highlighter in the corner. I'll grab something. I have an iconic one here. I'm sorry, you might need a third brush, or you might need a fourth brush. I think this is one I got for you with an eyeliner. Bit of highlighter in the corner. Or even if you did want to bring that into that, do it. If you wanted to zhuzh it up a little, there. Let me do my second eye and we'll come back. And there we're back with the 2 eyes done. Are they even? Probably not. But I just really like them. And you see how it kind of lifts your eye almost? This one probably didn't work out as well, but that's the reality. I'm not going to do it off camera perfect and be like, oh yes, this is how it works. Simple as put highlighter in. What I'm going in now with just is a simple brown eyeliner. Just on my waterline. Again, this is actually a ColourPop one. And just putting in the waterline. And I don't, for me, my eyes are quite small, so I don't want to take it too far in because I'll close off my eyes, to be honest. So, and then what you can do is go in with your middle brush again, and even, you don't have to have any product on it, just to kind of match up underneath your eye. Again, if you did want to put a little bit of product on it, just underneath. Just underneath, just a little bit to where you put that liner, and just to match out the outer corner in, and whack on some mascara. I won't do liner because this is fun, this is easy, this is summer. And just one last thing I am going to do is put some of that tiny highlighter, go really old school, just pop it on the brow bone. The sun is shining where you are, you want that to be caught. You want to be a glowing goddess. And that is that, guys. That is smoky eye, classic smoky eye, basic 3 steps, 3 colours and 3 brushes. Okay, I have pushed you back a bit for your own sake. Let me know what you think, guys. Even if you are super advanced in makeup, sometimes, as I said before, it's nice to get lost in makeup. And then it's nice to be able to perfect little things like that. To just sit down and be like, oh yeah, I could really blend this out and I could really, you know, spend my time doing this. And I find it so helpful and just so good for the soul. It's you time that you get to spend. You can listen to podcasts, you can watch programs, or you can literally just chill by yourself with your ginormous Starbucks cup. But yeah, sometimes it's just nice to focus on you, focus on your mental health, focus on you time. So this is what I'm going to be doing with this little series. Now, I know it's really basic for some people. Yes, that is the reason. We're going back to basics, people. And I feel like there's not enough out there that teaches these things anymore. Yes, there's great review channels and makeup channels and everything like that. But like getting into the nitty gritty, we got this. We're going to be bona fide babes after this. Not that we aren't already, of course. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Would you like to see more videos like this? Would you not? Either way, I'm happy enough to help or learn, because to do this I've had to learn as well, and I find it so interesting. But let me know what you guys think. So I will be, what will I be doing? So this will be going up on the 26th, on the Wednesday, True Crime Thursday, and then I'll be back next week. I'm going to try definitely properly to commit to three videos a week for you guys, because there's no point in me disappearing near the end of the month saying I don't have products to review. I do. There's so much out there it needs doing. So if you've lasted this long, guys, thank you so much for sticking with me and being here. To all my new subscribers, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh god, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. I'm so excited. I'm so rejuvenated by this. So yeah, stay cool, stay calm, wear your goddamn masks. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I keep forgetting I have the button.